What is up guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video here on my channel. Now, as you have probably seen in the title, we are sewing yet another piece again. And the piece in question today is going to be a denim. I don't actually have a specific sketch or plan, which I actually don't have most of the time, but anyways, let's just get into it. The denim I'm making today is kind of matching with the long sleeve that I will drop with my clothing brand soon. So when you're seeing this, the drop is probably already out. And maybe there are some pieces left, maybe it's already sold out. If you're interested in the piece, I'm gonna put up some photo shoot pictures. Of course, make sure to check out the store if there are still some pieces available. And in today's video, we're making the denim for the photo shoot or the styling of the long sleeve. And it's going to be a beige denim with the pinstripe print on the front. And I also want to try out a coffee wash or a coffee dye. And I also want to distress it a little bit. I don't actually want to forcefully distress it, but much rather have a few open or raw hems. With all of this said, let's actually get into making the denim. Once again, because it's just a boring ass part, I did already cut out all of the pattern pieces. I'm gonna just give you guys a quick rundown on what we need. We got these two pieces, which is the fly, I don't even know how you call them. It's one is the fly shield and one is just the fly, I think, which is the front part where the zipper is. We have this right here, which will be the belt loops. We need 5 belt loops. Each belt loop has 10 centimeters. So I think this should be around 55 or some. Then we have 2 coin pockets right here. I usually only include 1 coin pocket, but for this piece, I thought of making 1 coin pocket inside of the pocket where it belongs, and maybe also placing one on the outside. Then we also have the pockets, of course. This kind of looks weird for a pocket, but I'm actually using lining for the pockets basically. You then see the denim fabric on the outside of the pocket, and then you basically have this kind of different fabric right here on the inside of the pocket, and this fabric is also used in a long sleeve right now. So as I said, it's kind of matching a little. Moving on, we then have the 2 back yokes as well as the 2 back pockets, and for those, as I said, I think I want to keep the raw edges and not fold them over, and I don't know, just see how it looks. And we of course need a waistband. This is it right here. Looks super thick, but we're of course gonna fold it in half and fold over the edges, so I think it's 3.5 centimeters. And last but not least, we then have the 2 front panels as well as the 2 back panels of the pants. And as you can see, these are super wide. It's really baggy. And I haven't actually tried out the pattern before. It's a fresh pattern that I'm kind of testing with this piece, which is my ultra, or I don't know, super baggy cut. I have a regular baggy cut. I got the more slim cut for my suit pants. And now I'm also experimenting with the super baggy cut and see how it fits, see how it looks. And by the way, there's also 4 centimeters of seam allowance included, so it won't be as big as it looks right now, but it's still gonna be super baggy. Let's stop yapping and actually get started. And I think the first step is attaching the back pockets to the back panels. Let's get it. Alright, so we are done attaching the back pockets. As you saw me, I did kind of rip the raw edges with the sandpaper just a little bit. The sort of distressing would of course increase over time, especially when you're sitting on your ass. But just so it doesn't look super clean, I started to just roughen up the edges with the sandpaper, and I think these pockets just look absolutely dope. Fit my phone perfectly, as you can see. And before we continue, I actually wanted to talk about the fabric real quick because I forgot to do that in the intro. But yeah, I mean, you saw it in the footage already, but we got this beautiful denim right here. As you saw, it has all of these little brown or black dots across the fabric. I'm not too sure why this is happening, but this fabric is 100% cotton Selvedge denim straight from Japan. And on the belt loops, for example, I'm also using the Selvedge because it's just a straight edge. And I'm so in love with the fabric, so let's keep going. Next step is to attach the back yoke and then connect the 2 back panels, so we have 1 big back panel. These 2 pieces are the yokes right here. Let's get started. Ayo, I don't even know what happened here, but we got a little bit of offset right here. I don't even know, I might have to rethink my pattern and have to correct it. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because on the side seam right here, we have a seam allowance of 2 centimeters. And this is like, I don't know, 0.7 centimeter gap. So we're still inside of the seam allowance, so we're good to go. But yeah, this is the back panel with the back yoke. We of course have the other back panel as well. So now let's connect them together and sew the back curve right here. Let's get it. We are done with the back curve, and I don't know how, but I fucked up so bad, but it should be okay anyways. And I don't even know what the issue was, because I have worked with such heavyweight denim before, but I don't know, my needle was just completely tweaking. Maybe it wasn't like sharp enough and I need to get a fresh needle. That might be the reason, but yeah, the stitching is more or less uneven. And on the back side, the second stitch is also not connected on some parts. But to be honest, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it technically decreases the stability a little bit. And I think once everything is properly connected together, you won't even notice like the weird stitching at all. So yeah, definitely one of my worst back curves ever, I think. But at the same time, we should be good to go. So now that we're done with the back panels, we can start working on the front panel. And the first thing that we need to do is preparing the pockets. Alright, so we are done with the pockets. Damn, the sun is crazy. We're done with the pockets. As you can see, this is how, we get this one away. As you can see, this is how the front panel looks with the pocket. It's just the regular front panel, but the inside of the pocket is not actually denim. Because once we get the pocket inside out, we then got this special fabric, which is much more softer than denim. So it's like nicer to have as a pocket. And I think it's also a really cool detail, but yeah, we still got the denim panel. So you won't like see the fabric sticking out at the top, if you get what I mean. Alright, next up we need to connect the front panels together and attach the zipper. I might actually not use a zipper and use buttons. I don't know, man, I kind of hated it, but then I got a pair of denim which had like the buttons instead of the zipper, and I think it's super cool and also like fairly convenient. Obviously a zipper is more convenient, but I think buttons are okay. I forgot to pick up a zipper for this pair of pants, so I might as well try just using buttons because I should have the buttons at home. But at the same time, I really hate making buttonholes, so I don't know, might as well scrap this idea. Let's find out. Alright, Charles, I'm back. I got my research done. I found out that my sewing machine actually has an automatic like button sewing function. And I did run into some issues with it at first. But I think I kind of figured out how it works now. So yeah, I have like this test sheet and we have a like pretty decent buttonhole, I would say. So yeah, I think with this new knowledge gain, we can actually make like the button closure. And I already marked all of the positions on the fly right here. So let's see the sewing machine in action. But as you might have noticed, it's already really dark outside. I want to hit the gym and I need to edit some videos. So that's enough for today, but not for the video. I mean, for you guys, it doesn't really make a difference. I'm just gonna continue tomorrow. I'm gonna see ya. Alright y'all, so a bunch of time has passed since I've last worked on the pants, and this is because I've just been so busy working on my brand's upcoming drop. I mean, you can actually see the piece behind me right here, and I even have it on. As of right now, I can obviously not tell if it will sell out quickly or if it will be available still. But yeah, as I said, if you're interested, just check out the shop and see for yourself. Anyway, so the point is that I don't really know where we left off with the pants. I do know that I did some off-camera work just to get things moving. I think we actually left off at the fly and I completed it. As you can see, this right here is the finished front fly, and as you know, this time I didn't use the zipper but went for these 3 buttons, and to be honest, I really like the style. I then also added some studs on the coin pocket right here. As you can see, I used silver studs. I thought of using gold studs because it matches kind of the warm tone of the pants, but to be honest, when comparing the two on the piece, I really messed with the silver, and we also got the silver buttons right here. So yeah, that's why I use these silver studs on the pockets right here. I think I will also add some once we got the waistband on. Last but not least, because the piece is kind of supposed to be matching with this long sleeve anyways, I thought why not just add this random ass pocket we got on the chest right here as well, and just like add it to the pant. Venice, I'm not too sure if I'm a big fan of it. I mean, we have to see it in the finished piece. But yeah, we got this little like coin pocket with this houndstooth pattern fabric. Next up, we can already close them up basically, which means making the side seam as well as the inseam. And after this, we're getting to some really interesting stuff because I'm also adding a print to the pants. So yeah, first of all, I need to close them up, so let's get it. Alright y'all, so we're down here in the basement. I don't know if the sound is good, but I got the denim here on my platen already. Basically just measured out where I want the design and then put it on the platen right here, and it's perfectly in place right now, so I don't want to move it again. And then I got my screen right here. I don't know if you can actually see the design, but it's like this pinstripe print. So without much more talking, let's get Okay, guys, this right here is the result, and just get a real close for your arm. Now, as you can see, it's really subtle and kind of faded and washed out, but to be honest, that was intended. I mean, that was in the design already. The only real mistake that I made is that I didn't pay any attention at all while fixing the design under my flash dryer. And this is why we have this kind of burnt effect here on the crotch area right here. And to be honest, it's not really noticeable as well. And even if you do, it kind of matches the whole vibe of this like rough and kind of distressed stuff like that. It matches the vibe, to be honest, so I'm not even too mad about it. And all that's left to do now in terms of sewing is attaching the waistband, attaching the belt loop, and also finishing the bottom. And I really want to finish this evening, so let's get going. It's already, I think, 9 p.m. Yeah, it's almost 9 p.m, but I gotta finish this today, so let's get Alright, so we are almost finished with the pair. I mean, we got the waistband on. I also added the belt loops, and then by the way, I also added some more studs right here in the pockets and added the main button right here. I don't know if you noticed, but I got some weird stitching going on here on the waistband where I left like a little gap to the top. What I'm doing is just taking this seam ripper right here and kind of poking here in the fold, and then I'm just gonna rip up this whole top layer right here. And yeah, I think this is gonna take a little while, but that's basically all we're doing, is like ripping the waistband open at the top right here. I mean, it's pretty quick, to be honest. As you can see, it's literally just like fraying and distressing, which will definitely increase over time, but I think it looks really nice and also goes super well with the back pockets right here. And I mean, because this like rough and distressed vibe is the whole theme of these pants kind of, I also want to add those raw edges to the bottom right here. So instead of folding it over and stitching, I'm literally just gonna stitch 2 lines on top, and then we're gonna cut off the excess so that the bottom will fray and distress over time as well. Alright, so we're down here in the basement, got a piece of cardboard on my table right here. What I'm gonna do is just lay my pants on top. And I don't know if I said it in the video before, but I'm trying to make like a dirt wash that you would see on acne jeans, for example. And I'm also super excited about some natural methods of doing stuff, like natural dyeing methods, for example with coffee. I haven't tried it before, so yeah, I'm super excited to try this out. Got this coffee from Ethiopia right here. And basically what we're gonna do is just like kind of put it on the jeans like this. Just gonna be careful with the pocket right here, and then just gonna add some more at the top. Also, we're gonna do the other side as well. And what we're then gonna do is take this spray bottle and just kind of spray it on top of the coffee so it gets wet. Let's see how this works. And give it a good spray. And then using some gloves we can just like kind of rub it in. Add some more if we need. And this right here is how we got the whole piece looking right now. And to be honest, right now it looks super crazy, and I'm kind of scared how it turns out because, well, you just never know how this will turn out. Hopefully it will look dope. But yeah, what I need to do now is let it dry and then repeat the steps like 3 or 4 times, I think. Then of course also do the back side and then put it in a washing machine. And I'm gonna see ya when we got the end result. Alright y'all, so I'm back at it. It has actually been a long while since I finished the pants, but I just didn't record the outro. Times were really busy, especially around the holidays. I mean, you all know how it is. But yeah, as you can see, if I hold the pair up right here, I mean, as you can see, the coffee wash that we did is like super subtle. Like you can almost not notice it in a way. But I mean, especially if you have the before and after, I think you can definitely tell a difference. Might grab a fabric scrap real quick. And yeah, I mean, if you take a look at it, I think you can really tell the difference. It didn't really get this like wash effect that I was aiming for, and it's more like an all over kind of dye almost. But I'm still super stoked with how this came out. I mean, the shade before it was nice, but now it just looks so much better. But yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? After the coffee dye, I obviously put it in the laundry machine, and that's when these raw edges that we had before really got like to fraying and distressing, which we see on the waistband right here, but of course also on the 2 back pockets, which was like the main spot that I wanted to see it. I think it looks super dope. But yeah, one more thing is the screen print. As you can see, you don't really see it anymore after washing and after the coffee dye, which was to be expected because I never screen printed on denim before, so I didn't know the exact kind of temperatures and stuff like that. And I think all in all this pair turned out really great. So let's finally put it on and see how it looks on body. As always, I don't have enough space in my room, so yeah, I won't see like the full body shot, but just like the lower body. Let's get it. And yeah, this is it for today's video. I hope all of you enjoyed it. If you have an old pair of denim at home that you are not wearing anymore and might want to kind of level it up, go ahead and give coffee dyeing a try. You might get some nice looking kind of acne style denim. If it's a pair of denim that you would normally not wear because you don't like it anymore, what is there to lose? Just go try it out. Of course, also let me know your guys' opinion on my pair of denim in the comments, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm out.